Simca 8. The Simca 8 is a small family car built by Simca and sold in France between November 1937 and 1951, including wartime, available as a saloon, coupe or cabriolet. It was a rebadged Fiat 508 Nuova Balilla made at Fiat's Simca plant in Nanterre, France. The Simca 8 was first presented, at the Paris Motor Show in October 1937, and sales in France started almost immediately in November. Early the next summer Henri Bugatti, Simca's energetic boss, organized a three-part endurance run under the supervision of the ACF. A single Simca 8 undertook a non-stop 50,000-kilometer, 31,075 miles, run split as follows. 10,000 kilometers, 6,215 miles, lapping the Montlhéry circuit averaging 115.1 kilometers per hour, 72 miles per hour, and returning 7.9 liters/100 kilometers. 20,000 kilometers, 12,430 miles, on open roads averaging 65 kilometers per hour, 40 miles per hour, and consuming 6.0 liters/100 kilometers. 20,000 kilometers, 12,430 miles, in Paris averaging, impressively 54 kilometers per hour, 34 miles per hour, and consuming 6.5 liters/100 kilometers. The initial 10,000 kilometers round the race circuit south of Paris involved breaking no fewer than 8 international records, although the manufacturer's advertisement including this information does not spell out what these records were. The purpose of the exercise was, of course, to gain positive publicity for the Simca 8, and as soon as the 50,000 kilometers had been completed, on May 12, 1938, a press dinner was organized at which the journalists were able to dine with the drivers, the ACF monitors, and the Simca directors as well as representatives from Shell and Dunlop, whose products had presumably played a key role in the exercise. The printed summary of the event, used to advertise to the wider public, concluded with an invitation that the reader écoute la Madame Voiture, by the same car. The 8 in the car's name did not indicate an 8-cylinder engine. It had but 4 cylinders, and was officially rated as a 6 CV vehicle for tax purposes. At launch the car featured a 1089cc engine with a claimed output of 32 horsepower at 4,000 revolutions per minute. Fuel feed came via Solex 30mm carburetor and overhead valves driven, using rods and rocker arms, by a side-mounted camshaft. An unusual feature at the time was the use of aluminium for the cylinder head. Shortly before it was replaced in 1951, the Simca 8 had acquired, in September 1949, the Fiat-designed 1221cc engine which would also be employed its successor, the popular 7CV Simca 9 Aronde. At launch only 2 bodies were offered, these being a 4-door berline, saloon/sedan, and a 2-door cabriolet. This contrasted with the Simca's Italian cousin for which a wider range of bodies was available from the start, and it also marked a departure from the strategy followed by Simca themselves with the predecessor model, the Simca Fiat 6CV, which had been offered with almost as wide a range of body variants as its Touran-built relative. The 4-door saloon body was unusual in that there was no central pillar between the front doors, hinged at the front, and the rear doors, hinged at the back, permitting particularly easy access when a front and rear door were opened simultaneously. In 1937 the Simca 8 4-door berline was priced at 23,900 francs for a normal version and at 25,900 francs for a Grand Luxe. The Peugeot 202 made its debut only 6 months later, in spring 1938, and was priced at 21,300 francs for a normal version and at 22,500 francs for a Luxe. The cars were similar in size and power, but sales data suggests that the market found space for both of them, despite the Simca's higher price. The post-war range became wider, with coupe, cabriolet and after 1948 estate versions listed, but these were all substantially more expensive than the berline. Virtually all the cars sold were still Simca 8 berlines, which early in 1947 were priced at 330,000 francs against 420,000 francs for the cabriolet. The slightly longer but slightly slower competitor from Peugeot, the 202 was priced at 303,600 francs, which included a sunroof at no extra cost. Over the course of a few years the Simca 8 underwent some grille changes, and other minor upgrades,